Hi students, so in this video we learn progression chapter 1 form 5. So the first part is arithmetic progression. So what is progression? Progression is a sequence, okay? You have a sequence of numbers and each of the next number is actually increased by a constant. So that is progression. So for arithmetic, it's actually the difference between the first term and the second term. So this number sequence are called terms. Okay, so the difference between them are always the same, so that's why they are called common difference. Okay, so common difference, you actually have formula to find it, which is you just take the second term minus the first term, or the third term minus the second, or the fourth minus the third. So let's look at one example. The first one here, we have -5, -3, -1, and I don't think so this is -1. All right, this is -5, -3, -1. Okay, so given this, we have this as term 1, this is term 2, this is term 3. Okay, so we have 3 terms. What we're going to do is we're going to take term 3 minus term 2. Okay, so here we have -1 minus -3. So we obtain the common difference 2. Now we take term 2 minus term 1. So -3 minus -5. Here we obtain 2 as well. So the common difference for this term are the same. Therefore, this is an arithmetic progression, AP. Now how about B? We have 3, 6, 12 and 24. So this is term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4. Now let's take term 4 minus term 3. So term 4 minus term 3 is 24 minus 12, which we obtain 12. Okay, so now let's take term 3 minus term 2. Okay, so that means term 3 minus term 2 will be 12 minus 6. 12 minus 6. So we obtain 6. So here the difference is 12. Okay, but here the difference is 6. So looks like the common difference are not the same. Okay, the common difference is not the same. Therefore, this is not an arithmetic progression. So this is how we state whether it's an arithmetic or not. So let's look at the next example. Okay, so let's say you're given 3 consecutive APs, arithmetic progression terms. 8 minus x, you're given 3x and also 4x plus 1. Calculate the value of x. So what's going to happen here? We have 3 terms, term 1, term 2, term 3. So we're going to minus the terms first. So term 3 minus term 2, which is 4x plus 1, okay, bracket, minus 3x. Okay, so we obtain here 4x minus 3x, x plus 1. So this is the common difference. Now what about the difference for term 2 minus term 1? This will be 3x minus 8 minus x. So here we obtain 3x minus minus becomes plus. So here becomes 4x minus 8. Now, since this is an AP, their common difference must be the same. So we are going to compare this and this. Okay, so it's going to be x plus 1 equals to 4x minus 8. So bring the x and x to one side. So here we bring x minus 4x is -3x. -8 minus 1 is -9. So x will be, we bring over, we obtain x equals to 3. So for this question, you need to compare the common difference. Okay, so next we're going to learn about the n term. So this n term is actually a formula to find the number of terms. So this is the formula, Tn, okay, equals to a plus n minus 1d. So what is a? A is the first term, okay? first term. D is the common difference. Common difference between the terms. Okay, what is n, you suppose? So n will be the number of terms. Number of terms. And Tn is the n term. So the n term means you in a progression, okay, you have progression. You want to know how many terms are there in total, so this is called the n term. So now let's look at one example. Okay, so the example is given an arithmetic progression -5, -2 and 1. What is the 16th term of the progression? So you are now asked the term, number of term. Okay, so first is the number of term Tn equals to, number of term is equals to a plus n minus 1 d. So first let's identify what is the a. A is the first term. So here T1, T2, 3. So first term here is -5. Okay, what is our d? What is our common difference? So we just take T2 minus T1, which is -2 minus -5. So here we obtain 3. So our d also obtained. So a found, d found. So what is our n? N is this 16, correct? Because we are required to find T16. Okay, so here now we can write down T16. Okay, this is for a. T16 is equals to a is -5 plus n is 16 minus 1. D is 3. So solving this, here we obtain 15. 15 times 3. Okay, so 15 times 3, then -5 plus the answer, we get 40. So the 16th term will be 40. So this is how we find using the formula. So for part B, which term is 28? What does this mean here? When they say which term, okay, meaning that we need to find the n term, right? So we need to find the n, number of terms. So how do we do that? So we equal, okay, Tn equals to a plus n minus 1d equals to 28. Okay, so we are going to find the n. So a we have, which is -5. N we don't have, we are going to find. D we have from previously, which is 3 equals to 28. Now I'm going to multiply in, so -5 plus 3n minus 3 equals to 28. So we solve here, -8 plus 3n equals 28. Okay, then here becomes 3n equals to 28 plus 8. So 3n is equals to 36. And our n will be 12. So 28 is actually which term? The 12th term. So we write our final answer. So 28 is the 12th term. Okay, so I hope you understand how we find the terms using this simple formula here. Okay, so now let's look at some of the first terms, okay, the n terms. Just now we look at formula of n term, alright, in previous video. So now we look at the sum of the first n terms. So given this is the formula, which is n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. Now what could a be? A is definitely the first term. What could d be? The common difference. Okay, this is something that you already need to have it already memorized. Okay, n will be the number of terms, and Sn will be the sum of first n terms. Now, knowing all this, let's look at one example here. Okay, given this, this AP, calculate the sum of the following AP. So you're given negative 11, negative 8, negative 5, and you need to calculate the sum up to 15 terms. So knowing our formula, Sn is equals to n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1 d. So do we need to find our n first? Our n will be 15 terms. Okay, what is our a? What is our first term here? This is t1, t2, t3 and so on. So first term is negative 11. What is our common difference? Common difference, we take term 2 minus term 1. So negative 8 minus negative 11. So here we obtain negative 8 plus 11 will be 3. So our D is 3. Now what we can do is, we are going to substitute the values into the formula. Okay, so let me just zoom a little bit. Okay, so you guys can let me know how is it. Okay, it's better. So sum of 15 terms is equals to 15 over 2, 2a negative 11 plus 15 minus 1, d is 3. Alright, so of course we can use our calculator here. So 15 over 2, solve straight away, key in the values, 2, negative 11 plus 15 minus 1 is 14 times 3. Okay, and then this answer inside here is 20. Okay, so here cut, we get 10. So sum of 15 terms is equals to 150. So we have obtained the answer for sum up to 15 terms.